Hey everyone, and welcome back. So if you watched my birthday stream, today's video shouldn't come as too much of a surprise. Because this year, I decided to give myself a huge gift and finally jump into the LEGO Mario collection. And since I always like to go big or go home, well, I decided to start with the biggest set in the whole collection, which is the Mighty Bowser. And today's video will be all about building this huge LEGO set and then taking a look at the final product. Now, to be honest, I am super excited today because this is something I've been looking to jump into for quite a while. And at the same time, I really think it could be a fun side project for the channel. So that means that it is super important that if you do like today's video, to hit that like button and let me know in the comments down below that you want to see more content like this. And you know what? It might be a regular thing from time to time. Now, this will be a speed build, obviously, so enjoy the awesome music and I'll see you on the other side. So now as you can see, there's been a wardrobe swap since the beginning of the video because obviously I'm recording this after part 2 days after I started the build. But I really want to go over a few of my thoughts about the build. And honestly, I'm going to say first of all, I am impressed. When I picked this build up, I felt it was overpriced, but after seeing everything that went into it, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I'm not saying it couldn't be cheaper, but you know what? If I compare to other Lego builds that I did, there's actually a lot of engineering that went into this kit. Now, first of all, I just want to look at a few of the little hidden things that are here in the kit, and I'm starting with the base. First of all, if you have the other Mario kits, the little special block here is right here hidden underneath that you need to activate these special functions. There's also hidden right here under the tower a POW block that also has a special reaction. But basically, this base itself actually surprised me. It's heftier than I thought, and it actually looks really, really good. And like I said, the videography, the box art really doesn't do this kit justice. When you have it in hand, and we're going to look at Bowser himself in a second, it is actually really, really impressive. Now give me a second and I'll grab Bowser himself. So here we have him, the King of the Koopas, the mighty Bowser. And first of all, I'm going to tell you, this is a very heavy kit. Like, this thing is, in my opinion, easily over 10 pounds. If you add in the base, it's guaranteed that it gets there. And that's what actually surprised me the most. Because like I said, in the box art and everything, it doesn't tell you how much of a hefty, thick boy Bowser is. And I think what even surprised me more is all the engineering that went into him. I really wasn't expecting him to have the level of articulation that he has. Now, he doesn't compare to a full action figure, but you know what? The head, I wasn't expecting as much rotation from it. And you can really play around with the eyebrows as well to get different expressions from his face. You can make him look surprised, angry, sad. And even his mouth, you can put his mouth open, you can put it closed. Now, you do have to be careful because there is actually a fireball that fires out of it. And as soon as you open his mouth, that fireball does fire. But if you don't want to put it in his mouth, you can actually pose his mouth in different poses. His arms also surprised me. I wasn't expecting as much posability from them. Number one, he actually has an elbow joint. His shoulder joint actually rotates. And you can even open and close his thumb. And at the limit, if you had an extra accessory, you could even make him hold something, like maybe a Mario figure. But you know what? Even though that body engineering was really interesting, I've got to say it's engineering that I have seen elsewhere before, or I've seen similar implementations in other Lego kits. But the part that really I had never seen before and that I was wondering how they would do is the shell itself. And I am very, very impressed by how they did the shell. I was wondering how they would give it that angled, almost natural look that it had on the box art that I could see. And after putting it together, it is actually ingenious. Now, I do have to say the legs themselves have very little rotation, but you know what? Since the kit is this heavy, I actually think it had to be that way. Because if they had too much articulation, I think he would pop out of pose unwanted. And the way they did the tail, once again, extremely smart, meaning that whether he's standing on his base or on a flat surface, it works perfectly and it never gets in the way. In the end, I'm really happy with my purchase. I sort of knew I wanted this kit because it was a perfect display piece, but part of me was worried that I would be disappointed once I put it together, feeling like I overpaid. But in the end, although I would call it a serious purchase for a Lego kit, I'm not disappointed. It's not after building Bowser, although it was a massive undertaking, I actually want to build more Mario Lego kits. And as I said in the intro of the video, I think it could be a really fun side project for the channel. So let me know if you want to see more Lego kits. Don't worry, it won't be a weekly thing. I would say around maybe once a month, we would do a feature video on, like, let's say a Lego kit, or if it's smaller kits, maybe 2 or 3 kits together. I know I want to build a Mario course and test out the actual electronic version as well. Either way, I have a ton of ideas. Just let me know if you want to see more in the comments down below. And you know what? Before we go, let's test out that fireball mechanic. Worked pretty well. And on the way out, don't forget to hit that like button, Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and click on that notification bell so you know when all my future videos come out. As usual, I hope I'll see you in my next video. Now, where the heck do I put him in the studio?